Hey everyone, Shab Gaming here, and welcome back to another episode of the Project Gibraltar. As you can see, we played a few games off camera. Because of international matches, our Europa FC quarter-final match has been postponed. So I managed to get 3 matches. I had a 3-0 victory over St. Joseph's. As you can see, we've got Hulk, Casquero and Isaac Cortez with the goals. And Hulk actually went off on that match injured as well, so that wasn't very good for us. But thankfully, he is back for today's game. Then we went in and we lost 1-0 to Glasses United. I was not happy with this because we were the favourites to win this one. And it just didn't seem to work out for us. But then in the last match, we managed to get a 3-0 victory over Lynx. As you can see, goals for Cortez, Alex Ross and Jack Peachman playing as a striker with in the absence of Hulk. So that now leaves us second in the first division, which is pretty good. We're 3 points behind Europa FC. But we're also 2 points ahead of Lincoln Gibraltar. And as you can see, we play the same amount of games as everyone as well. So it looks like we're pretty much safe. We're not going to get relegated. And I think this top 5 finish might actually become a top 3 finish by the looks of it. I don't know why there's some really strange looking people up here. I don't know why Frank Evans has gone very, very white. But as you can see, Frank Evans doing fantastically well. The highest assists so far in the league with 5. Hulk second highest goal scorer with 5. But of course he has been missing for 3 games. So hopefully we can do well here, but we have 3 very difficult games here today. We have Europa FC in the Senior League Cup quarter-final. Big match that is for us. If we can knock them out, I fancy us to win this cup. Then we also have Europa FC in the league. Now that's a massive match because if we beat them, we will go joint top with them. If we lose, then it's pretty much looking like Europa FC might go on to win the league again. And then we've got another match at the end of the episode against Man 62. So let's see how we get on against Europa FC in the cup. So as you can see, Europa FC are the favourites for this one, but not by much. Not by much. And as you can see, the news at the top, Tristan Sargent is unfortunately out injured for this one. So this is the team we are playing. We're sticking with the 4-4-2 formation. Seems to be working out quite well for us. McDonald in goal, Cooper out on the left still. Let's go through these players. We've got McDonald in goal, of course, with his 2 Gibraltar caps. Cooper out on the left-hand side with 6 caps for Gibraltar now. He'll be moving more inside pretty soon once we get our new player. We've got side of a left-back already. I was discussing it in the last match. Joseph, he'll be coming in pretty soon. Alex Ross continues in the middle. Not a great defender, but he seems to be doing okay. As alongside Chima, who again, not a great defender, but seems to be doing okay this season as well. And Garcia goes back into right back. He's not happy, Garcia, because he's not played many games this season. This is only his 2nd start, so need to get some good results out of Garcia. On the left-hand side, we're keeping with Monte Griffo. Very good player. Not done too much for us so far yet, though. Domingos Alvarez comes in to replace the injured Sargent. Not a bad player to bring in. Of course, he had a lot of first-team football for us last season. Alongside him is Jack Yeboah, who's been doing really well the last few games. Got the man of the match in a couple of the games that I played off camera. So I think he's really coming into it now. And of course, Frank Evans out on the right with his 5 assists in 7 games. He's really becoming something special. He's just recently signed a contract as well to become a part-time member rather than a pay-as-you-go. So hopefully his stats should go up a bit more as well. And then up front we've got Cortez and the returning Hulk. Cortez, of course, not doing too well actually stats-wise. I have to try and figure out why. And of course Hulk up front, freshly back from injury. Not 100% match sharp, but we've got to play a man like Hulk. So let's see how we get on in this one. Of course, we've already lost 4-1 to Europa FC earlier in the season. We're going to try and avenge that, which seems to have motivated everyone. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully that opening match of the season might have just been a bit of a blip. And we can come back and do a bit better in this one. We are playing a counter-attacking style and quite structured as well. And we'll see how it goes. It looks like it's Europa FC who do have a highlight early on, but it's been stolen there. Hulk across to Cortez. Cortez back to Domingos Alvarez to Yeboah, who's been, like I said, playing fantastically well in the last few games. This formation change has really helped Yeboah. It's brought him straight into the team. Frank Evans, again, doing really well out on the right. Yeboah, good tackle there, getting the ball back from Moya. Now playing the ball across to Cortez. Cortez plays it out wide to Monte Griffo. Was expecting a bit more from Monte Griffo. Like, he got 11 assists last year, the highest in Division 1. He's not doing fantastic work for us yet. I know he's probably still getting used to the team. There's Hulk, and it's in the back of the net. Hulk has scored 4 minutes in, and Europa Point lead over Europa FC already. It's a goal for Hulk. That is very good. I'm happy with that. Very, very happy. With the away game, it's a shame we're away for this because I think we would have got a much higher crowd at home. And there is Hulk right in the top corner. We've missed him the last few games. With our goals have really dropped down a little bit, but Hulk coming back. I think he scored 6 goals for us now this season. But Europa FC with a corner. And they get one back straight away with Dovjak. His 8th goal of the season. That's quite impressive. It was a really good header actually from a corner. Got done over by a set piece and we were leading for only 3 minutes. That's quite disappointing. It's a really good header. Who's that? It lost his marker. It's Monty Griffo lost his marker. That's a shame. That is a shame. So we're going to try and play a bit more direct according to the assistant manager. I have got a new assistant manager that I didn't mention this. I brought him in the beginning of the season because the one we had before wasn't very good. He was just the one we started the game with. So I've tried to get one who's got a bit more tactical tactical specialities and all that sort of stuff. Monty Griffo on the outside now. Can he get the ball in? He does whip it in. It's headed clear by Santos. Yeboah again challenging well. Oh, Frank Evans! Good old Frank Evans right in the top corner. And Europa Point lead once again. Like I said, I think this is the most dangerous team in the competition. If we can knock these out in the first round, or the quarterfinals as it is, we've got a great chance of going on and winning this cup outright. We really have. And of course we've got to play Europa FC in the league in a few days as well. If we can pick up 2 victories in those 2 matches, you never know. You never know. The championship could be a realistic sort of ambition for this season. It really could. So, can we not concede this time? That'd be good. Up to the half an hour mark, and there's going to be another highlight. Torrio, who has scored for the Gibraltar national side. It's a shame that our 2 strikers we're playing are both Spanish, I believe, so they're not able to play for the Gibraltar national side as yet. I think they will be sooner or later though, because when you've been in the country for so long, you gain that nationality. Evans picking up the ball now on the right hand side. We've seen some great assists from him so far, and a great goal from him earlier on today. Yeboah cuts in nicely past Roldan, plays it back out to Evans. Evans back to Yeboah. Yeboah back out to Evans. Can Evans cross it? Oh, he does get it through to Yeboah. And Yeboah the shot. And a second shot, and it's saved twice by the keeper. And it's cleared out by Santos. Tell you what, if we can get another goal before half time, I'm going to be absolutely laughing in this one. Let's make those changes. They've got a free kick. This is not good. Atkinson plays it across to Morales. So the thing is that I don't like about Europa FC is I don't think they've got any Gibraltar nationals in their squad really. I've noticed when you look at the national squad, there's no Europa FC players at all in the Gibraltar national side. And we've got 4 players in the Gibraltar national side, and hopefully a lot more coming in soon as well. So it's a little bit of a shame that they've not really concentrated on that, but we have, and that's the main thing. Hulk back to Garcia. Into Yeboah. Now Garcia came to me before this game a little bit annoyed because he hasn't had as much first team football as he planned. We did bring him in as a first choice right back in the summer, and he's not played too much because Matindo's been playing really well, but Matindo is out injured at the moment. So Garcia comes back in. Garcia plays it forward to Domingos Alvarez, back to Yeboah. Good first touch football here. It's Hulk through to Evans. Evans with a cross. Cortez. It's 3-1 before half time. Evans is having an absolute stormer today. As normal, Frank Evans is just fantastic. And Cortez with another goal to add to his tally. And look at this first touch football. Absolutely incredible. Evans with a cross in. Cortez heads it into the back of the net, and Europa Point lead Europa FC 3-1 at half time. This is incredible. I was not expecting this result at all. We've had a few dodgy games of recent. We seem to be very hit and miss. We have a win a game or we lose it. We don't seem to draw at all, but this looks like one that we could be winning. And if we could beat them in the league as well, that'd be incredible. Let's continue onwards. Let us continue onwards and see what happens. 3-1 at half time. Chima forward to Garcia, to Yeboah. Right. Can we hold on to this? I might look at bringing up... Oh, one of their players is injured. That's good. They've got the goal scorer is injured as well. I wonder if he's going to be injured for the league game as well. That'd be pretty good for us. I'm thinking of maybe bringing off Hulk because he has just come back from injury. But Yeboah seems to be struggling for energy as well. So let's get onto this side here. Right, so we can bring on Carrito for Yeboah and probably Casquero for Hulk, just to protect Hulk because he has just come back from an injury. So let's do that. Two good players still to bring on the pitch. I don't think it's going to affect us at all. Half an hour left. Casquero has scored now for Europa Point. He scored a few weeks back when Hulk just got injured. We brought him on as a substitute and he came on and scored in that game. But apart from that, it's the only goal he's got so far. We've got 20 minutes left, and maybe if we could knock Europa FC out of the cup, that'd be fantastic. It's Gonzalez with a throw-in. We don't want to concede now because it really made the last 15 minutes really scary. Gonzalez does keep it in. Comes across, it's cut out by Carrito, and now we're on the break now. We are playing the counter-attack. Is it going to work out well? Big ball at the top by Cortez, and Casquero just could not get there. There's the goal kick, but it's straight to Frank Evans. We know what Evans is like down his right-hand side. He's a fantastic cross with the ball. There's another one. He actually went for goal. I think he might have sliced that. It went towards goal. But a great counter-attack there by Europa Point. Nearly had something in there. Goal kick out to Santos. Plays it in narrow to Akrapovic to Roldan. Across to Moya. Plays the big ball over the top and Garcia picks it up, but Garcia's lost it to Javi Fernandez, and a great save by Callum McDonald. And Garcia, determined he wanted to play more games, with mistakes like that, that's the reason why you're not getting as much game time as you really hoped. Another header from a corner, but again a good save by Callum McDonald. "13 minutes left. There's a lot of highlights on the go at the moment. Morales gets the ball from the goal kick across to Javi Fernandez. This is good work here by Europa FC. They're really coming back into this one. Roldan playing it back to Akrapovic. Forward to Moya. Come on, take the ball off him, lads. Take the ball off him. Santos' cross into the box. Good tackle by Ross. And another great save by McDonald. But, oh, a fantastic save by McDonald again. And Cooper clears it. Oh, Callum McDonald. Fantastic work by the goalkeeper. It's a shame the goalkeeper stats just don't seem to go up as much as they should, because after those two fantastic saves, that should be enough to warrant a boost in rating, just like a goal does. So Morales now with a throw-in to Gonzalez. There's only 4 minutes left. We don't want to concede, guys. Do not concede. Morales with a cross all the way back to Roldan. Roldan with a shot, and Roldan has scored. This is not good. I don't know what I've just clicked on there. Right, so we want to change to contain, I think, and highly structured. We want to drop back, and we want to make sure that we can hold out this 3-2 victory. Roldan with a great goal. Now it's getting scary. Right, only a minute left, but I'm going to bring Cortez back to there, and Casquero back to there, and Domingo Alvarez. Let's just do it like that. Let's just go really defensive. We cannot afford to concede another goal. Have we managed it? Good, we got 11 men behind the ball here. Ross heads it clear. Akrapovic is saved by McDonald, and that could be all. 20 seconds left, and McDonald is in control of the ball. Take your time, McDonald. Now get a big kick out right into their area. Well, Montegrifo actually gets a hold of it. Cortez plays it over the top towards Montegrifo, and it's gone out for a throw, but that could be enough. Referee blows the whistle, and that is it. We have knocked Europa FC out of the Senior Cup. Excellent news. We've taken out the biggest threat in this cup. This cup could be ours now, you know. We're into the semi-finals, and we've taken out the biggest threat. That's really going to be a massive advantage for us. And now we've got to play Europa FC in the league as well. And we are back with our second match of the episode, and a second match against Europa FC. This is going to be the league match. Now, very important league match, because if we win, we will be joint top alongside Europa Point FC. Well, Europa FC, sorry. If we lose, then we're going to be 6 points behind them in second. So I'm not expecting to win the league anyway, so this is not like a make or break sort of situation, but it could technically make or break our season, I suppose. You see, the crowd is pretty much full up. And it's good to see the attendance, because I know we need a bit of money. So big gate receipts like this is very, very good. We are classed as the home team. and we're not the favourites for this one. Team-wise, we've kept it very much the same, just a couple of changes. Tristan Sargent has come back in. He's not 100% ready to come back in, but I thought I'd bring him back in. Even if we just get an hour out of him, it's going to be pretty good. And Aloin Gonzalez is going to come in at centre-back in place of Alex Ross. Just basically, Gonzalez has been moaning. He hasn't been playing as much as he wanted to, and I know he's got quite a good potential, so I thought I'd give him the opportunity. Plus, he's tackling, marking and heading stats are better than Alex Ross anyway, so he's got some really good stats for what he needs in the centre-back position. Needs to work on positioning and strength maybe as well. Maybe I can do that now while I'm here. Let's put him back as a centre-back, central defender. I don't want to be playing limited. And let's get him to work on his positioning. Yeah, positioning. There we go. So hopefully that'll make him a bit of a better player. But let's get into this one. We won the last game, so there's no reason why we couldn't win this as well. We did win it 3-2. It was getting quite tight towards the end. Let's see what we can do in this one then. Hulk and Cortez obviously still up front. And Tristan Sargent making his valiant return here from injury. Be great if we could pick up another win here. Even a draw isn't too bad of a result, to tell the truth. And we do have a corner in the first 10 minutes. Sargent with a corner. It's not a very good one. Doesn't get past the first man. Moya picks it up. And Marino. Oh, it's not bad. It's not a very good pass. And Hulk with a shot, and it's over the top. It was close, though. It was only just over the top. And Hulk's actually offside now as well. I mean, it's quite a good attendance for this one. We might get a few grand out of this. We're struggling. If we ever play a lot of games away from home, we end up losing like 10, 15 grand a month. If we play a lot of home games, we end up making like 10, 15 grand a month. And when the club has not got a very high value as it is anyway, we're currently, I think, at minus £78,000. So I think this season, if we continue to get a good few home games like this, then we'll definitely start to get back up onto a level playing field. Cortez, there's a goal. It's 1-0. Hulk and Cortez linking up fantastically up front. And Isaac Cortez scores for Europa Point. And you know what? That could be interesting. That could be interesting. That is going to put us joint top of the league on equal goal difference as well. So one more goal will put us top of the league by goal difference. And Hulk and Cortez working fantastically well together at the front. And we're dominating this game, actually. We had 5 shots, 1 on target. And Europa FC have finally had 2 shots now. And they're actually dominating possession. There's a lot of defensive errors, and once again Cortez is on the ball from some more defensive errors. Cortez back to Montegrifo. Montegrifo with a cross, and Hulk's there. He scored. It's 2-0. 25 minutes in Europa Point. Lead 2-0 over Europa FC. Hulk with his 7th goal of the season, and that puts us top by goal difference. You know what? I was not expecting to do this well this season. I thought we'd consolidate. I thought we'd get maybe 5th. But here we are, top of the table, beating the champions, Europa FC, for the 2nd game in a row. Wow, we'd knocked them out of the cup. If we knock them out of this as well. Of course, the Rock Cup is something that hasn't started yet. It doesn't start till January. And the winner of the Rock Cup does go into the Europa League. So that's a big cup for us, that one. That's one that I really want to win. But they're obviously winning the league puts you into the Champions League. Good defence there by Garcia, covering well. So winning the league puts you into the Champions League. Winning the Rock Cup puts you into the Europa League. So yeah, it's both very interesting situations. I'd love to get a chance to be in either of those 2 Continental Cups next year, because it would really help us out with money. Whether we can get some TV money from it, or whether it will just be solely just attendance, which is a shame. We've only got a small stadium, because if we can bring somebody good in for a Europa League game, then we could have ended up making quite a bit of money attendance wise. Montegrifo plays it into Cortez. Cortez back to Yeboah. Yeboah sees the run of Hulk. Hulk scored. It's 3-0 to Europa Point. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. How is this even happening? This is like a dream come true. We're 3-0 up before half time against the champions in Gibraltar, Europa FC. Hulk is just incredible. Hulk and Cortez have really just both grown with the team so well from Division 1, well, from Division 2, sorry, up to Division 1. Trujillo, good defence once again. And it's cleared well by Cooper. And here we are on the counter-attack now. Yeboah heads it clear. Might have to think about bringing Sargent off at half-time. They're not worth risking him too much longer. We've got a 3-0 lead. Surely we can't lose this match from this position. Surely our defence is good enough to be able to contain... You would hope anyway. I know defence is still one of the issues we have because we do concede quite a few goals. And yeah, the crowd is pretty much packed out for this one. It's not a sellout, but it's going to be quite close. So that's really going to help us out, I think. I think we're slowly growing our fan base every single game. And that's good because then we can start to grow our attendance. And like I said, at some point we do want to try and get our own stadium. Try and get away from the national stadium that everyone shares. Trujillo's through and he's missed though. Callum McDonald did well to come out and sort of put him off there. And Europa FC are actually dominating possession. But we've just been a lot more clinical with our shots. So you have done fantastically well in the first half. But I'm thinking Alvaro Dominguez Alvarez needs to come on in place of Tristan Sargent. Just don't want to risk Sargent anymore. Sargent was the only player who was delighted and he's actually come off. But yeah, I don't want to risk getting Sargent injured again. He's just come back from injury now. It's good for him. He got a bit of first team football. It's really going to help boost up his match sharpness. So what else is in the locker for these guys? What have they got left? Come on, guys. Show me what you could do. We've held it until the hour mark. That's pretty good. Do we want to think of another substitution now, maybe? Who do we have? Who do we have that we can bring on? Monty Griffith's having quite a good... Actually, all of our attacking players are having quite a good game. So, don't really want to make too many changes there. I'm thinking Giancarlos Garcia, who made a mistake in the last match. Let's bring him off and bring on Carrito, just in case, because we know Carrito's a bit more of a solid defender. So we'll give him a tryout. We're playing quite a good game so far. I'm happy with this result. I really am. Here's Roldan with a corner. We do concede a lot from set pieces, and there's another one. San Bruno scores. What should we do? Should we try and drop it back a little bit? Can Monty Griffith play in the middle? He can't. Cortez can't either. We're playing Cortez there anyway, and just bring Hulk back to there, just for now, and then maybe Alvarez can play just behind them two as centre midfielders, just to try and contain this result. We don't want to risk. We don't want to risk it. We want to make sure we contain the result and stay highly structured. If we can just waste down the time, then that's going to be the key. Pick up the 3-1 win over our, I'm going to say title rivals now. I didn't think they were going to be title rivals beforehand, but there you go. There we go. I think we've done it. There's the full-time whistle. Europa Point win again against Europa FC. We've defeated the champions 2 matches in a row, and that is incredible. I'm very, very pleased with your performance, lads. And there you go. We're top of the table. And the best thing is, not only top of the table, we're good 4 points clear of 3rd place. So I think our aim again is going to be the championship this year. I didn't think it was going to be, but the way it's going, I think we're aiming for the championship, either that or 2nd place. Of course, you don't get anything for 2nd place, but championship gets Champions League. So that's what we're aiming for, I think. And there's confirmation of the 3-1 victory. A goal for Cortez and 2 for Hulk. And here we go with our 3rd match of the episode, our final match of the episode. We're taking on Man 62. We're currently in 4th place, 5 points beneath us, so I think we're starting to pull away from the rest of the league, Europa Point and Europa FC. Europa Point, as you can see, have played before us. They've won their game, but goal difference is only still +10, so if we win this, we will go back up to being top by goal difference, and we can, again, completely just try and run away with this. I want to make sure we finish at least 2nd this season now. Team-wise, we've kept it more or less the same. A couple of changes, though. Defence is the same. Tristan Sargent comes back in. Frank Evans moves into the inside, and Tony Ball comes in as a winger. Just want to give Tony Ball a few more games. Since we've dropped him back to right midfield, he's not played very often. Hulk is playing up front alongside Jack Peachman. We're going to give Cortez the day off Just don't want to risk him getting too burnt out. So here we go. This should be a bit easier than our previous 2 matches, in theory, but that's when we start to lose games. That's the problem. I think Jack Peachman's got the ability to continue on and do really well for us. As is well, Tony Ball's a very good player anyway. He has played for the Gibraltar national side on 5 occasions. And here we are on the ball now. We lost it to Sampier. Sargent with a bad pass to Sampier. Across to Hernandez, who I believe is actually in the Gibraltar national side. Back to Iglesias. Across to Hernandez. It's a big thing. Oh, it's gone in. He did not mean that. He definitely did not mean that at all. He's just crossed it and it's gone in. He definitely did not mean that. Look at this. Look at the angle he's hit this from. I think he's gone for a cross. He's hit it first time. He's definitely not gone for goal there. I think he's got very, very lucky. Very lucky. So we need to get back into this one now. We don't want to be conceding another one, whatever we do. It's stupid. How do we go from beating Europa FC easily twice like that and now struggling in this match to the point where they nearly go 2-0 up? That was very, very close. Very, very close. I'm panicking. Panicking very much so. Hulk plays it out wide to Montegriffo. Montegriffo with a cross. Peachman's there. It's off the crossbar. Oh, Peachman. You must think, though, if that was Cortez, that may have been a goal. That's the worry I've got. But Peachman, he's a good striker. He hasn't played a lot, but he's a good striker. It's difficult when you've got players ahead of you, like you do with Cortez and Hulk. It's difficult to get into the squad. We're going to go in at half-time 1-0 down, are we, by the looks of it? Might have to have a little bit of a change around at half-time then. This is not good. Maybe what I should do is just change the shape a little bit. So I'm going to say assertively, I want to see a much better second half. And then if I go into our tactics, maybe if I just put ball there, all of a sudden that might change things. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of being about not being symmetrical, but it puts ball in his favourite position, so it might work. No reason why we can't be attacking on one side and more defensive on the other. We'll give it a try, see what happens. I think we should go to a more controlled and flexible style of play. Maybe that'll do it. Just free them up a little bit. Come on. It's them with another highlight. Why? We're not doing very well here at all. Cut out by Hulk, but it's only as far as Iglesias. It seems stupid to have that really important victory against Europa FC and then to come and lose a game like this, but Gonzalez forward on Peachman's through. What have you done, Peachman? That was stupid. Absolutely stupid. Right, that's you off the pitch now. Cortez on for Peachman. I can't be having stupid decisions like that. I think Tony Ball's our best chance of getting a goal. I don't know, but Yeboah's been playing so well. Tristan Sargent's still not 100% fit. Let's bring him in and see what happens. Let's see what happens. We can't get much worse. We're losing, so let's see what happens. Montegriffo looks tired. Okay. But if Montegriffo looks tired, let's change this around a little bit. Let's put Ball over there and bring him up to here. Let's play Evans out here. Let's bring him down into here. And we haven't got another centre midfielder to bring on. Okay. Well, that may not have been the best thing to do then. Well, Ball can play as an attacking midfielder, can't he? As can Court. Maybe we can just do... We can go back to this formation for now for a minute and see how this gets on. Cortez as an inside forward. Tony Ball as a supporting winger. And Hulk then playing as a poacher. Let's see if that makes any difference. We are just trying some really random things in this game just to try and spark it into life. Is it going to work? It's the big question. They're on the attack again with Olivero. Through to Sampier. Oh, off the crossbar. Come on, Cortez. Make a break. Why are we doing so badly here? Let's go to attacking. Right, we are on the attack now. Garcia with a throw-in. Forward to Hulk. Now it's back to Garcia. Go on, get an equaliser at least. Frank Evans. Back to Garcia. Garcia through to Frank Evans. He's out on the right-hand side. Get that cross in. He does. To cross. Tony Ball. Oh. Damn it. I thought we had it there. I thought we had the chance. Still at 82 minutes. Is there anything else we can do from the bench to try and change it? We can bring on Nuristani. Who can we bring on Nuristani for? Let's bring off Garcia. Oh, they've just scored a second. They've just scored an actual second goal. Let's bring on Nuristani. It's a bit late now, I know. They've just scored anyway. But there you go. We're so disappointed. I can't understand it this season. We seem to do really well or really badly. We still haven't drawn a game. We're either winning or losing. We can't seem to hold on. Nuristani with a corner. It comes out. We're going to lose this one 2-0 to Man 62. That's a shame. We're going to be 3 points behind Europa FC, but we are still secure in that second position. And like I said, this was always a consolidation season. There was no massive plan to win the league. Being where we are at the moment is a bonus, really. But now we know it's a possibility. We'd love to get there. We're only 3 points behind. We were worse last season, so there's still a possibility we could come ahead and win this one. So let's say assertively that you were not good enough today, and you know you were not good enough today. So there is the league table at the end of this episode. We are currently second place with 18 points. Gibraltar, Lincoln Red Imps have caught us up. They're now 1 point behind. Man 62 now 2 points behind. So it's getting pretty tight at the top of the table actually now. I'm hoping next episode we can get a few more victories. And let's have a look and see what matches we've got coming up for you. You know what? I'm tempted to play quite a few of these off camera and just come back to you for the cup match. I'll play a few matches off camera. I'll play about 4 or 5 matches off camera just to try and make this season speed up a little bit. I've noticed that's what quite a lot of other YouTubers do when they do the Foot Manager. They play quite a few matches off camera. We've got Gibraltar United, Lions, Angels. Red Imps might be an important game. But yeah, I'll play a few matches off camera and I'll come back to you and show you exactly how we've got on. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you have, then be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And of course, subscribe for a lot more of this Gibraltar challenge. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.